Good afternoon. My name is Alena Shautsova. I am an immigration attorney from Brooklyn, New York. In today's Legally Speaking seminar, I would like to discuss a situation when the US citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse does not want to sponsor their other half, their non-citizen spouse. Many know that one of the ways to stay in the United States, if somebody has already a legal entry, is to file for, is when they marry a US citizen, they will be able to, in most situations, to apply for adjustment of status or green card. But what to do if the US citizen or lawful permanent spouse does not want to file for you? Can you force them? Well, the simple answer is no. You cannot force anyone to sponsor you or file papers for you to stay in the United States. However, in some situations, the law does say that you will be able to sponsor yourself. One of those situations is when your US citizen or lawful permanent spouse was and still abusive to you. First thing that you need to know about this process, that it's confidential. It's called self-petition under VAWA, and the process is confidential. You can list a safe address on your application forms, so your abusive US citizen or lawful permanent resident spouse would not even know that you're filing for papers. The law was designed this way, a regulation is designed this way, is to protect the those who are still residing with the abusive spouses from further abuse, because as you can imagine, usually the spouse who thinks that he has control over a non-citizen would use that immigration status to further control the person. And if the abuser knows that you're trying to fix your status, the situation may get even worse. And that's why the US government allows you to use a safe address, not your home address or the address where you believe that the US citizen may have access to for the correspondence with them. That's one of the situations when you can file for yourself. Second situation, and well, that's not such a common situation, but it's when the US citizen spouse passes away. Can a widow or widower file for themselves? And the law says yes, they can, but they will have to prove, just like during the VAWA proceedings, that the marriage was real. I encountered some situations when a couple was together for 6 or 8 years, but for various reasons, the spouse was not abusive, but maybe the spouse was sick or had some medical conditions, and he or she did not sponsor the non-immigrant. Now he or she passed away, and the non-citizen basically has no life outside of the United States, was with this person for good 6-8 years, and would like to fix their paperwork, would like to stay here because that's the only place they know. And the law says that yes, you can do that. A widower or a widow can file for themselves. They will not have to show that somebody is sponsoring them, or somebody will be their sponsor for the affidavit of support. A widower or widow do not have to present an affidavit of support from I-864 to stay in the United States. But what they will have to show and prove is that the marriage they were in was a real one. How is it done? How one can show that the marriage was real? Usually we use paper trail, common joint accounts, utility bills, maybe insurance policies, letters from work, letters of invitation to different events by friends and family addressed to both of your names, different correspondence addressed to the same address. Maybe you guys adopted a dog, we can use that. Maybe you guys had some very active life on social media, we can use that. It depends, but the law does not say that there is a preference to one set of evidence opposed to another one, but all the evidence rather have to be looked at together for the immigration officer to determine if the marriage was real. So if your US citizen spouse does not want to file for you, or a lawful permanent resident spouse, you still may have a chance to file for yourself. Not always, but sometimes you can. I hope this video was helpful, and if you would like to learn more about different ways how one may stay in the United States, you're welcome to visit our website www.shautsova.com. Thank you.